What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video. This one gonna be a little update video though. Just let people know what's been going on the past few months, I guess. Cause I do not upload consistently yet, but we're getting there, and I'm gonna start working on it. But I'm just letting y'all know what's been going on in my life, man. So recently, I have enlisted in the army, and we go get some more detail into that in a second. But been in the army right now. I'm at home on leave, so I'm just recording while I got this peace and quiet, away from everybody else and away from the whole situation. But yeah, this is gonna be some old gameplay footage, so I'm gonna just talk over that for a minute. But recently, I enlisted in the army, and I won't say I've been having a good time necessarily, because mentally I've been going through a lot because of that. And I know in the last video I told y'all about the car accident and what happened there. So because of that, it took me a minute to get in, and at first I was gonna go into the Air Force, but shit don't go how it normally go planned for some reason in my life. But that's what happened. So now I'm in the army because of that. When I was enlisting, I fucked around and told the recruiter the wrong shit, so he was like, he can't fuck with me on that. But I could have waited around and went and got another recruiter and spoke there, and then I probably would have more than likely been in the Air Force. But I was like, let me just go ahead and do this before I change my mind on even doing that, because originally I was just gonna go to college first. But I was like, fuck it, might as well do this same amount of time, and they paying me while I'm in there. But I went and joined the army, and like I stated in that previous video, I had got into that car accident and broke my leg, and I had to get waived to get in because of that. And I could have gotten the Air Force because of that too, but it was something else that ended up stopping that, and I'll probably explain that in a little bit more detail also in a minute. But let's see, when I joined the army, I enlisted in August, and they offered me a pretty good bonus, and I got a job that I thought was probably gonna be what I was trying to get into, because I wanted to get into the IT field. But this job is somewhat relevant to that, but not exactly. And for those wondering, my MOS is 94 Fox, so computer detection system repair. But if you know anything about the army and anything about that MOS, you barely fucking touch a computer. So kind of got fucked on that one when it comes to wanting to do IT shit. But it'll help benefit a little bit, because it gives you a little bit background knowledge on wiring and circuitry, and some of your classes are about that too. But let's see, I got that job. They gave me a pretty decent bonus, so I thought everything was gonna go smooth, right? But then you get the basic training. There's plenty of other YouTube videos about basic training and what was going on there. If y'all want me to, well, not even that, because the audience not even there right now. I'll probably just make a video on basic training sooner or later too, if y'all because I feel like that can get some good views. But I went to basic training. Typical basic training bullshit. It's pretty fucking rough. They sent me to Fort Leonard Wood. I was in Missouri, and it is miserably cold there. So if you're thinking about joining and going around the same time I did, because I went in between, I shipped out September 19th, and I graduated December 1st, and now I'm at Fort Gordon in AIT. But if you're thinking about going at that time of year, I'd say go during the summer, because that shit is going to be fucking miserable for you if it is cold. And you just end up experiencing a lot more than you think you would, and it takes a lot to get through it mentally. and I'm really surprised I made it through, honestly, along with the mental aspect and my injuries. And with the injuries, I'm gonna touch on that right now also. If you have prior existing injuries, I kind of want to say go in, but at the same time I don't, because they'll let you in, but whenever it starts bothering you, it could hold you back a bit. Like whenever you're in basic training, you really don't want to get on profile and miss any events because you'll have to remake it. Or if you injure yourself there, they'll send you to FTU and you'll be stuck there for Lord knows how fucking long. Because there was a dude who went with me and he's been there since March. But anyway, I would say maybe enlist, maybe not. It comes down to you. Especially with the prior injuries. Now, when it comes to, if we're speaking on it mentally, if you are not, well, I can't really say mentally prepared, because you can try to mentally prepare yourself, but you'll never be exactly where you want to be mentally for that shit, because it just fucks you up. Like, it throws everything out the window. If it's your first time away from home and you're not mentally prepared for that, I would say wait till you get a little bit older or experience some more first, because I was homesick like a motherfucker, and that was fucking with everything also. Shit. Let's see. If you're not mentally squared off, like you got a few mental health issues, normally you're supposed to let them know about that, because I have anxiety, but I didn't say shit about it. And kind of, got the triggers there from going to that shit, because it is not supposed to prepare you for a lot worse, but it's not really too good on you whenever it comes to shit like that. So if you're not mentally prepared for that, they have behavioral health, but once again, it could hold up your process from graduating on time. You will get stuck there a long ass time, along with injuries. You will get fucking stuck there. You can watch videos and talk to other people in the Army, and they will tell you this shit will take a fucking toll on you mentally, because they kind of just don't really care for you. I mean, they'll tell you that they do, but it's not really as good as you think it is, or as good as you want it to be, especially if you're going through mental shit and you actually need help. They can get you out because of that if it does get bad enough. Personally, I believe it was bad enough for me to want to get out, but I didn't say shit, because who wants to fucking stay in basic training environment for months on end with already bad mental health and bad physical aspects also. It's just not really a good place to be. Physically, if you have any prior existing injuries, there is sick call, and there is also hospitals and physical therapists there as well. You can get your little profiles or whatever. It'll help you out, but if you are on a profile, there's a lot of shit that they will not let you do, and you will have to remake at the end of your cycle, or they will put you back into a different cycle where you have to complete those same activities, and you will either graduate on time if you do it at the end of your cycle, or you may be a holdover and have to wait to get put in another cycle, and you have to graduate with the later class, and it pushes a lot of shit back, so that's just touching on a little bit of basic training. I can go in depth a little bit later in a different video. So far now, I have been in AIT for 2 weeks. It is a lot more laid back, especially here at Fort Gordon, because you're here a long time, so they're way more chill on you, I mean, you still got your morning PT and your formations and shit, but it's a lot more laid back in a different environment. But me personally, mental health, once again, not that great, so even though I'm taken out of that environment, still have not been the best, and also with the injuries, shit still bothering me, so I've been going to talk about that a little bit and get some shit figured out with that, because you don't want to fuck yourself up any worse just because you want to be in there. There's also definitely other options. This is not your only way out, especially if you're thinking that. Just consider that also. If you want to go active duty, be prepared. You will be away from home quite a lot for the length of that contract. And if you are not used to it, that shit will also fuck you up even worse. Once again, I've been homesick as shit, and my dumb ass fucked around and went active duty, just not thinking, because, I was like, fuck it, what could go wrong? But, National Guard and Reserve is there for a reason, especially if you want to go to school, because those motherfuckers, you think that they don't give you the same benefits and shit, but you will definitely get most of the same active duty shit whenever it comes to getting those benefits for college. And they'll make sure your college shit is pretty good too. They'll cover your college, still get your VA loans, still get your health benefits, you're in there too, so it's still building up to your retirement. MOS, depending on whichever one you pick, you might get your sign-on bonus too. You still get your bonus if you go reserve. And even if you quick shift, you still get your bonuses and shit like that too. So definitely something to look into if you're considering going. I definitely recommend going guard or reserve if you're not too comfortable with being away from the house right now, because that shit will take a toll on you. But yeah, that's basically where I've been at. Been saving up some money, because it ain't really shit to spend your money on. You can sit in there and waste it the whole time, or if you got ordered a bunch of shit back home, I'm sorry. If you're ordering some shit, get your shit sent back home. Don't recommend fucking spending too much though, because you get the AIT. You can have a lot, but if you have one of the shorter AITs, it would be pointless to buy or bring a bunch of shit there with you. So it'll just be at home waiting on you, and if you're active duty, you have to get it when you're on leave and either bring it back or have some people send it to you. But it's a lot of work, and you can really just save your money. So if you plan on buying a bunch of stuff, once again, look into guard or reserve. Once again, still get the same benefits. They tell you otherwise to get your foot in the fucking door and kind of fuck you up. Recruiters do what recruiters do. They will lie to get you in there. Now, I feel like it's kind of on my fault for not checking into some more shit first before I joined. But you live and you learn, And there are definitely some struggles while you're in there. If you're a guy and you're not used to being in an environment with a bunch of people, you will be forced to be around a lot. And I'm one of those people who just like being isolated, so that made me extremely uncomfortable, Now, it is only temporary, which you do have to keep in your mind. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It really just depends on the type of person you are. Keeping those positive thoughts will help if you're one of those people that can think positively about the situation. If not, you might just be stuck and being miserable, or if it's just genuinely not for you, and mentally you're just on the decline. Like I said, there is behavioral health. They will help you with that. Or if it does get bad enough, there is ways to get out with mental health issues, because I know a few people that ended up getting out in basic training, and a few that are on the way out in AIT because their mental health is not where they need it to be, ideally, to be in the Army, or they just weren't ready for it. You will hear plenty of people tell you this lifestyle is really not for everybody. Me personally, as of right now, it's not really for me. You have a long time while you're in there. It doesn't seem like it's a long time outside looking in, but when you're living through it, it's completely different, man. I'll tell you that. If you're living through it, it will feel way fucking longer, and you will feel way different being in there compared to being a civilian. But let's see. Covered injury part and shit. Yeah. If you got a pretty good job in civilian world and you're doing pretty good, unless you just genuinely want to go, I can't really say there's too many reasons to go unless you want to like serve the country. That is pretty nice. You have people saying thank you for your service. You do have a military discount, which that's kind of clutch. You do have the benefits, but once again, if you're doing pretty good in the civilian world and you're pretty stable, and you handling your business, you'll be fine. You'll honestly be fine without it. And it kind of does like it takes you out of your normal environment and it puts you in a different one, and it opens you up to a lot of different types of people. You meet a lot of people. You could become cool with a lot of people. You also couldn't. Once again, all of this varies by person. There's lots of glorification of it all, but there's also lots of negatives with it as well. It just comes down to doing your research and also what kind of outlook you keep on it while you're in there. If you're one of those people that can keep a positive mindset, this might be the good choice for you. If not, it probably is not. Because you will struggle. You will struggle trying to stay positive in there. Hard times will come about. This is the military. This is not your average regular 9 to 5. You will struggle physically sometimes, and you definitely will struggle mentally, because all of it definitely is a mental challenge. If you don't like being under too much watch or control, once again, not you. You do work for the government now, so you're constantly under their watch. Someone will be breathing down your neck, making sure you're doing the right shit. It just varies. And I know I'm kind of rambling, and the video is kind of just everywhere right now, but I'm trying to really just hit all the points. I can probably go back and redo this video at another time when I have a list to go down. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm tired, but when I have a list to go down of certain points to hit, I can definitely go back and redo this video. But I just wanted to get this uploaded and at least let the channel know it's not dead yet. Anyways, but I can go back and redo some of this. I can touch on basic training. When I get a little bit further in AIT, I'll probably do another update video on how that is going, and another life update. We are still getting the camera, and we are still starting the next build. There will be more content coming soon, but once again, I am in a longer AIT, so it might take a minute, so we might be stuck with voiceover gaming content for a minute, but it is okay. We will get through this, and we will just keep working forward, But yeah, pretty much that's what's been going on. That's what I've been, giving y'all a little update video. I will be back sooner or later with some more content to film, or some more update videos, or even some more talking videos if that's what y'all want. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in, if you've been here since the other videos, y'all know sometimes I like to take my breaks because I need them, especially with what I'm going through right now. I definitely need them, or sometimes I just don't have content to film, but this will all change coming soon. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in, and like, subscribe, bell, notifications would be nice. Tap into the next video, and I am out.